some my calf in there.
That's why you like seeing yourself in the screen.
Yep, just a little flex.
Welcome. We are so happy to be back again for this week's perspective. Today, we're going to be reviewing the numbers for June 7th through the 12th. A phenomenal week for the company, 75 accounts as a whole, and pacing for 300 plus on the month. Where are we at, Quade?
We're like 155, 160, so pacing for like 300. But the big thing is, let's talk about Saturday.
Gosh.
Guys, we broke the company record on Saturday, 23 accounts, massive, massive Saturday. That is worth celebrating. So to honor,
here we go. Yep.
we got our J's on.
We got
number
the
23.
Got the J's on to honor number 23. And it's fun to see like competitions really working. You know, the Mamba tournament's going, the National Sales League, guys are really stepping up and removing lids. And because individual people are writing that as part of their story, it's also helping us write the story of Radix, going and breaking that lid and setting that new PR at 23 accounts in a day. I hope to see that get broken again this week.
I think it will.
Yeah.
I think it'll get broken again this week.
That'll be cool. Well, we got a lot of things to talk about today, but mainly just the numbers and competitions. Wanted to give a couple shout outs to people from last week that just absolutely crushed it. When you look at the top closers in the company, there's a few names that really stood out to me last week. Greg, my word, Solar Greg, just like so much going on in your life right now, and we love you. And still goes out, throws down 7 last week. So dang impressive. Dylan Clark was gone for a couple weeks. Goes out there, throws down a massive week. Welcome back, Dylan. Great to see that. And then Tate and Parker Nilsson, both those guys with 5.
Yeah, so it's interesting to see that level start to rise, right? In order to be in the top 2 or 3, like you've got to be doing 5+ in order to be there. So pretty cool to see that.
Yep, super fun. Getting into the setters, we got some guys competing at a level of vengeance right now. Austin Hall, Alex Wilson, Tanner Ricks, Peyton Nilsson, all of those guys just tore it up last week.
So guys, Austin did 8 last week.
Gosh.
Austin had 8 sets that closed last week. I know Alex had 5. It's his birthday this week, so wish him a happy birthday. Alex had 5, and then I know we had a handful of 4. We had Tanner Ricks, and I know we had...
Yeah, you had Tyler Bean and Tyler Fredrickson that
who
came
just
in,
got out there.
but brand new, go out and get four assists, one of their first weeks on the job, which is incredible.
Yeah.
And I just love the chip on the shoulder from Austin Hall. That guy is a man on a mission right now.
He is. I'm excited to see it.
Yeah.
One of the things he posted the other day was pretty cool. He went and bought a Camelback with the money that he had. He went and bought it because he knew he's all in. He's going to be out in the 115 degree heat in Arizona, so he could knock with it on his back and get ready to roll. Pretty cool.
Hey, that's a commitment. Let's get into the Mamba. Such a fun competition. Right now we're sitting at the Elite 8, so we wanted to go through some of these key matches in both the closer pool and in the setter pool. Let's start with the closer pool.
Okay. Matchup that I'm excited to see. I'm excited to see Payson Erickson and Trey Nix. Both guys in our business that are they're all Radix. And it's going to be fun to see. They're both extremely competitive, and I'm excited to see who rises in that battle.
Yeah, and Payson's one of the names that we didn't mention, but had a massive week last week and is got the momentum right now, but very talented guys going head to head. Super fun. Another one to watch is Marcos versus Tate. Those guys are both just if I could just define a diesel truck within our engine, both those guys are those guys. They just
the
never
diesel
stop.
matchup.
Yeah, it's the diesel matchup. Those guys never stop going. And it's going to be fun to see who can outwork the other one.
It is going to be fun. And the cool part is they each have setters that are there, that are in the bracket working to kind of fuel that, to go fuel that matchup. So I'm excited to see it play out.
We're really starting to see how that works hand in hand, right? Where you've got if you've got good setters that are competing hard, then it matches up really well with good closers, and it helps people do it.
Absolutely.
How about Preston Erickson and Dylan Clark?
Dude, I feel like this is a battle for the ages, right? It's one that's come down. Both these guys have worked with us for a long time, and they they've known each other for a long time. So it's kind of like this mature matchup where they each know each other. I'm excited to see how it plays out.
For sure. And then the last one in the Elite Eight, Solar Greg and Trey Erickson.
Get him, Trey. Let's go.
Yeah, I love that.
Go get him.
Trey's like texting Greg every night, like, "Hey,
it's on.
What time you going to bed? What time you waking up? When you getting on the doors?" Like, it's just like so competitive between those two, and it really is like this really young, talented guy in Solar with Trey versus this guy that's a little bit older, but a seasoned vet, one of the number one closer in America, Solar Greg, right? He's got to go defend that title.
He's got to defend it.
And that's what this tournament's all about. So that's cool. All right, getting into the setter matchups.
Deal. Let's chat through. Gosh, I'm excited to see Cody High versus Tanner Ricks.
Okay.
Reason why I like that matchup is both those guys, they've just trusted the process. Cody High's out in Dallas. Tanner Ricks is there. Both of them went through a massive learning curve. Didn't find success immediately out of the gates, but over the last like 3 or 4 weeks have really started to see it, and they're kind of hitting stride right at the beginning.
For me, that's always, I love those kind of guys, because for me, that's how sales has always worked. You always have the guy that comes out and will just sell a ton their first day.
It's kind of the annoying guy.
Yeah, but I love the guys that like, it's hard, right? And there's a huge opportunity, and any huge opportunity in life doesn't come without a cost. And I love the guys that are willing to go see the opportunity for what it is, go fight through all the mental battles that exist in the sales process, and then go come out victorious of it. And we're seeing that with those guys right now. Really cool.
Absolutely.
I also like this matchup, Austin Hall and Britt. Britt has been on fire lately, and so is Austin. That's going to be so competitive.
It's going to be competitive because in Dallas, one of the things that those guys have said is that Britt has the best quality sets that they've ever seen. Like, they know that if she set an appointment, that it will absolutely sit. And so I think it's just a matter of like, if she can go get those in place, I think she'll give Austin a really big run for his money.
Yeah, and I like that that's how we're doing it, right? Like, a lot of times with setting appointments, you can just be out there spinning your wheels, but the way this competition works, it's rewarding those who can go be not just putting in the hours, but efficient, like getting those accounts to.
Which is right. I think it's important for every setter that's watching this to note that like, that is what wins, right? It's not necessarily how many bills can you go get, but it really is that sit percentage. It's how many of the people can you actually get in front of these closers, and I believe the person that can do that the most effectively will be the one that actually wins the Mamba.
For sure. A couple other matchups. We got Thomas and Nathan Wilson, California versus Texas there. And then our last matchup, Harrison Osborne versus another Wilson, Alex Wilson.
The Wilson brothers just competing.
Yeah, both in the Elite Eight.
Yep, that's impressive.
It's fun to see.
Harrison's in Arizona. Similar. He's kind of the guy that kind of came out hot swinging. But the cool part about that is he keeps going. Like he performed, and he just keeps performing well. So, gosh, I'm excited to see the Elite Eight play out there.
Just really fun matchups, and this is where the prizes get really good, right? So you're in the Elite Eight. Winners go to the Final Four. Final two, championship round, where the loser bracket can come back in and compete for the championship. But you've got a trip that the setter bracket champion will win, which is awesome. And then in the closer bracket, you've got a custom trophy that is just a ridiculous Mamba jersey. And then you also have a custom pair of golf clubs.
Valued at a couple grand, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Sweet.
We're not holding back on that. So these champions, the prizes going along with it are going to be really cool to see. And these are the rounds that get to it, right? This is where it really matters.
I got to point something out, though. So these guys they're working their way through the bracket, there's guys that have fallen off. And I have a list here. I want you guys to know that, like, literally the winner of the tournament we've seen in the past come from the losers bracket and come up. And so I wanted to really highlight guys that are watching this, where you guys sit. So the way this wild card works is the top 4 guys of the month will get to compete in the final round for the grand prize. So in the closers bracket, we have, let me get to my notes here. The wild card closers that are in those top spots, again, only the top 4 make it, but we have Jacob Shreve with 8, Parker Nelson with 5, and then we have Braxton, James, Devin, and Jared, each with 4.
It's awesome.
So those guys, keep up the good work. Make sure you're in one of those top spots so that you get to go compete. The wild card setters, we have Peyton Nelson, Tyler Bean, Tyler Frederickson, Will Durbin, Logan, and Austin Staker. Those guys are in between 4 and 3. So
God, Tyler Bean still in it, like one of the original winners of the rookie tournaments, and he's like right back in it and ready to come through that losers bracket and win. That's fun.
I'm excited.
That's fun to hear his name in there.
It is. Welcome back, Taylor.
Yep. Well, that's fun. Thanks, Quade, for going through and recapping it. We've got the playoffs coming up here in July. You know, it just gives you the feeling that there's just something always going on with the National Sales League. You know, we're competing right now in Mom, but we transition right into playoffs. And it's just so exciting to see. And hopefully you are getting the chance to go, you know, kind of level up your own performance as you're competing in these competitions. It's Tuesday. We film these on Tuesday on purpose. We're wearing red shoes because we love you guys. We just want you to go out and have a monster week this week and go crush it.
Okay. Love you guys. Have a great week.